Hello everyone, welcome to Embark Cat Prep. I am Moidin Afsan. So there are less than 15 days for your CAT exam, and I know most of you must be stressed out, but I'm here to suggest a few of my tips and tricks which you can use to improve your percentile in the last 15 days. So first, going to the quantitative ability section. So this section has the highest number of formulas when compared to the other sections in the paper. So students usually face the difficult task of remembering all these formulas. So what I suggest to my students is that you make a formula sheet for yourself and use that for your preparation. But if you have not made your own formula sheets, you can download the formula sheet in the description below. This has been made by myself and I've used it during my CAT preparation. So you can download that, and what you need to do is that you need to revise the formulas just before going to sleep. So this will help you in remembering these formulas better. And the second point is that knowing the formulas by itself is not enough. Knowing how to apply these formulas is more important. So what I suggest is that once you understand a particular formula, try solving a problem related to that formula. For example, you have formula for summation of AP. Try solving problems on that. So this will help you understand how to apply that formula. So this is the second point, and going to the last point is that keep it simple and do not complicate stuff. So what I mean by this is that there are multiple formulas for your formula for area of equilateral triangle, area of right angle triangle, area of scale-in triangle. So all these. So but what you can do is that you can just remember the base formula, that is area of a triangle, and you can forego remembering all these formulas. Like make your task simple. Do not remember unnecessary formulas during your examination, and do not stress yourself out. So what I suggest is that for all these formulas, try understanding what is the base or core of it. Once you know that, you can remember way lesser number of formulas than you would normally need to. So that's my last tip here. So going to the second section, that is your DILR section. So you require a lot of practice if you want to ace this section. So coming to the DI section, this involves a lot of number crunching. It involves calculation, and for this you require a good calculation speed. So what I suggest is that you try practicing Vedic maths. This will improve your calculation speed significantly. And the second point is there are different type of problems here, that is your based on tables, bar charts or pie charts. Try solving these problems, like different types of problems, and familiarize yourself with these types of problems so that you don't find a surprise in your test paper. So going to the second part, there is the logical reasoning. So there are certain standard type of questions here, like linear arrangement, circular arrangement, and all these. So what I suggest is that try solving problems on these, and again familiarize yourself to these different types of problems. These are the standard problems that appear in your CAT test. So once you have identified all these and solved these questions, you can also solve a few. You can also go through a few solved questions. This will help you understand different ways of solving the same problem. So you can solve these problem in a shorter period of time. So these are my points for the DI and LR section. Going to the next, that is verbal ability and reading comprehension. So the reading comprehension usually has a high number of opinion and inference based questions. So this is the new standard. So you need to you need to be good with these type of questions, that is opinion and inference based question, and try solving as many problems as possible based on these. And the second is learn to leave. For example, you have four options in your RC, any RC question, and you have boiled down to two options. Now we are confused which of these options is correct. So what you need to do is that go back to the part of the RC where you think the answer to this question may lie. So just read that part and come back and try to answer this question. If you're still not able to do it, don't again waste your time in analyzing this question. Just leave this question and move forward. Don't waste your time here. So learning when to leave is also very important. So the third point is go through passages of varying length. So if there are 5 passages in your paper, some will be really lengthy, some will be difficult, and some will be easy. So you should have your own strategy for how to attempt each of these like RC passages. So have your own strategy. That is really important here. And the last part is verbal ability here. Okay, so the last part is verbal ability. So if you are not very good with your reading comprehension, try focusing on the verbal ability part. because verbal ability part might be easier for you. So know what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and similarly plan out your strategy. And at last, I would suggest a few general tips to you. So usually, what happens is that in the last few months, students usually get low marks in their mocks, particularly in the last few mocks just before the exams, and they get demotivated by this. So there are many people who got 60 percentile in their last few mocks and have still made it to the top B schools in the country. So do not worry about that. If you are good with your basics and you know you have covered all your concepts, then even if you get like low marks in your mocks, do not worry about that much. So the second will be eat healthy and be healthy. So ensure you have a good lifestyle, you have good sleep, and this is very important, particularly in the last few days before exam. And what I suggest is that now if you have selected the afternoon slot for your CAT exam, try attempting all your mocks in the last 15 days in the same afternoon slot, so that you get accustomed to this. And the fourth point is at least one mock in every 2 days. If you are not able to do a mock every day, I would suggest do at least one mock in 2 days, that is in alternate days. And what is important over here is quality over quantity. So attempting 7 mocks in 7 days is not important. Analyzing each of these mocks is very important. So even if you are able to attempt only 3 mocks in a week, that is still okay, but analyze these mocks thoroughly. So once you analyze and identify where you're weak or where you're good at, you can properly strategize your paper. So keep all these points in your mind, and be calm. That is the only thing. So all the best, guys, and do well.